Welcome to my first episode of Let's Make It Together. Hi everyone, good morning. This is a nice foggy Sunday morning in Sydney and I just decided to make scones for breakfast. Those of you who know me, you know that I love tea. And when I was in England, something that I liked the most in terms of food was their scones and the fact that you can go to different cafes and restaurants and order tea, afternoon tea with their scones. So let's just try and make some together and see how they end up to be. I have done different types, but this is a new version with some modifications on the recipe. So what we do first, we take a large bowl, of course a sieve. The original recipe says 2 cups of all-purpose flour. What I have done, I have divided that to 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and to make it healthier and a more diet recipe, I'm adding 1 cup of wholemeal flour. So I divided 2 cups to 1 cup of each flour. So you sieve the flours. You have 1/4 of granulated sugar. You can skip that or replace it with something else. I just thought I'm going to try and see how this is going to taste with some sugar. And then you're going to add the other dry ingredients, which is it says 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and then you just mix these. So these are your dry ingredients. All right, I did that. Now you got some butter, cold butter. Basically, I roughly cut the butter and let them in room temperature for a bit. And this is 1/4 cup, sorry, 1/4 of a cup. So this is around like 65 grams. And then I'm going to add some oil to it. So I'm going to first massage all the butter cubes into this flour. So you need to get something like a texture of like crumbles. Now at this stage you're going to mix the wet ingredient. The original recipe says 1/4 of a cup heavy cream. Instead of that, I'm using homemade yogurt or kefir. This is actually kefir. It's not yogurt, but kefir tastes very much like yogurt, original, let's say Greek yogurt or high-fat yogurt. So this is around 80 grams of, let's say, kefir or yogurt. You break in 1 egg. And add some vanilla extract. And start whisking. So I just lightly whisk this, and at this stage you add your dry ingredients. If you want to add anything to your scones in terms of, let's say, if you like nuts or dried fruits, that's the time to do it. However, I have thought of adding chopped dates and also dry cranberries, but in different batches. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to mix this, and when it comes to folding stage, I'm going to add dry dates, which I have chopped in like this size, small sizes, and also dried cranberries in different batches. So let's go ahead and do this. I would like to see how the consistency would be with adding the yogurt and the oil to it, because It's different when you add 120 or 115 grams of butter to this than cutting that amount in half and mixing it with grapeseed oil. So you're going to have a softer dough as a result. So, all right, I think it is the time to actually start massaging it. Kind of feels okay. The oven is ready. You need to preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius before you start the work. I'm going to add some flour and dust the surface so it doesn't stick. Add a bit more. Looks okay. So I get a rolling pin and start rolling this out. But before making it very thin, I actually cut it into 2 parts. I'm going to add the dates to 1 part. This is how my dough looks like. Add some more flour. Depending on, this is the first time that I'm making this recipe, so depending on your flour's hydration level, you decide how much you're going to dust it. It might need more or less, so just consider the hydration of your flour and then dust it more if it's needed. This is how long I needed this piece of dough, and it looks pretty good. I just set it aside and work out the other part. Again, a little bit of cranberry this one. And again, start kneading. For your information, this flour that I'm using to dust the dough is also wholemeal flour. I'm married to wholemeal flour. I use it a lot. So I'll go back to the one which I mixed with dates. First, spread it with your hands. It should be about 1.5 centimeters, the thickness of the dough. Looks pretty fine to me. So at this stage, what you can do to make your scones is you can use either cookie cutters of whatever different size that you like, or just simply get a cutter and cut it into wedges. I want to actually do it like this. I want to use a simple cutter, a knife, right? So I cut this into wedges, as you can see. Pretty nice, looks pretty okay. And I just put them aside. I already have a tray in the oven. There is also a parchment paper on top of it. So I'm going to use that. And I go for the next one. Again, spread this one. At this stage, I'm working a little bit faster. Put all this in the oven quick. You can do like this as well, in order to straighten the extrusion. So again, 1, 2. Oops. Press it back in. Comes up. Very nice. And soft. The oven. So as I told you, this tray has been in the oven, so it's very hot. I'll just transfer the scones in here. Yep. Make sure you use gloves. Take your tray, put it back. All right. And I set the timer for 15 minutes. So let's see what we get in 15 minutes after my adventure. This is exactly 15 minutes. Let's just give you some light. And that's how my scones are looking. So, roll this out. So you have the ones which look like, I'm a little bit crazy with touching stuff, so don't be like me. So here are my scones out of the oven. They're pretty hot, they smell great. I'm happy about the color. These were on the almost the middle rack, and the lower elements were on, not the top one. For 15 minutes like that. And we're just gonna cut and taste it and see what the ultimate result is. Hi everyone, this is David, my husband, and he loves scones. So I have him here to taste my scones that are made under the title, under the name of the scones, and tell me, and be the judge and tell me how they are. There are no later future consequences if you give me a bad review. I just want to make sure what I did and give me feedback to improve myself.
Thank you very much. Bye everybody. All right, let's go.
So David, here we have the ones with date, and here we have the ones with cranberries.
Okay, well, we'll go the cranberry one.
Mm-hmm. So,
all right. So
how is the consistency? How
the
was it when you cut it?
No, it's straight through, soft, firm.
Maybe you want to
smells
just
great.
lift it up.
Sorry,
and
show the crowd. So it looks it looks fantastic. All right, let's put a bit of cream.
So we have some whipped cream, 50% whipped cream and cream cheese. We have it in this bowl, in here.
Yep.
Like this. We kept it rustic.
And there's some, what's this?
That's Rosella jam.
Rosella jam, yeah.
Yeah.
Dollop on there. Okay. Now, without spilling it all over the place or on myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I do it like this. Fantastic, yeah. The texture's really good, soft, and the smell amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna try the date one.
Are you gonna try that one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah. Gonna try the date. It is very soft. It's spongy. It's fluffy. It has a little bit of a dry look, like the scones have. So again, the mixture of cream, heavy cream, and cream cheese, and a bit of jam for me. I'm happy.
Oh, great.
You can safely follow that recipe now. Please like, comment and share and subscribe to the channel.